Ben, take off that mask. You don't need it. What do you think you'll see if I do? The face of my son. Your son, he's gone. He's weak and foolish like his father. So I destroyed him. No, that's not true. My son is alive. Spaceballs is a Mel Brooks comedy which, centers on, obviously, the spoof of Star Wars. After the original trilogy came out, there was nothing around there. They were like, what should we do? We should make fun of the movie now. And this has become as popular as the Star Wars movies, with, being this one of the hallmarks of spoof movies, and centers on Star Wars. Particularly the three movies with some other kind of cultural references to maybe like Star Trek, and centers on Lone Star, who is like a Han Solo-esque character who, is just doing his job, trying to smuggle in that universe's way with his trusty, sidekick, who is supposed to be a representation of Chewbacca. He's like a Mog. He's half human, half dog, and they both have good chemistry. I just like how they are. Just like Han and Chewie have a good chemistry, these guys have a cool, awesome chemistry as well. This princess, who is like Leia, gets captured, so they go on and rescue her. On their way, they meet the version of the Empire with Dark Helmet, who is supposed to be Darth Vader, leading the way. And some of the best parts, some of the funniest moments, are clearly with the Empire. Just Dark Helmet alone. It's funny how you get to start with him. He kind of feels like he might be menacing like Darth Vader, but then he takes off the mask and it's just some kind of like geeky person who's just like, just he's fanboying on trying to take over the world, and he makes these outrageous just acts of how to try to pose this menacing threat as they are to other people. We get, some comedic amazing moments, like, when they want to go light speed, but instead they try to go ludicrous speed to like escape. I thought that was hilarious. His servants, his people that they work for him, catch him, playing with his action figures. I thought that was so funny how he kind of referenced that, like, bad guys always win because they have money and power. And I just think that was just so kind of self-referential, and just something that, a lot of movies kind of center on. I like when Lone Star and him face off and they have lightsabers, but instead it's the swords and they get it from the rings. Just the way they battle, just little things like that. Like, I like how just kind of like how detailed like the comedy was. You get little action sequences like that, and like how they harken back to like Darth Vader saying that he's Luke's father, when this, they just make some outrageous kind of reference of like, I'm your father's nephew's roommate, and it's just all over the place. It's really crazy. It just felt like some kind of like Star Wars movie, but just turned it on its side. And this felt like a Mel Brooks film. It's just something that, is up his alley. There's just this one hilarious shot where they're literally looking at themselves watching the Spaceballs movie. And, Mel Brooks is known for breaking the fourth wall at times. That is an amazing breaking the fourth wall shot where they're looking back at us, and it's like looking through a movie within a movie within a movie. And then they're just like, what happens now? And, now is in the now, or something like that. And it's just bonkers how like insane they would go for the comedy. The comedy just felt the way it was by him, and all the actors around them did a good job trying to portray these kind of like Han Solo, Leia, C-3PO, Chewbacca, Darth Vader-esque characters, but still be those crazy, Mel Brooks creations that he does. I love seeing when Lone Star goes to supposedly Yoda, but it's yogurt, tries to explain him the ways of not the Force, but the Schwartz, gives him a ring, tells him about all this merchandise stuff, how, it's all about the money with the shirts and the toys. That was just a good thing. Star Wars is a good property, but still, it has its following of toys and just other merchandise, shirts, everything. So I like how he pointed that out. I like when they're trying to go search for them in like the Tatooine-esque of that world. And, Dark Helmet just has his own type of uniform for that. It felt something like, you have this person's iteration of toys for this version, and then you have this for that version. Felt like it was that, like something like that. And then the scene's so funny. They're combing the desert, and they're literally combing the desert. I just like how, literal or not, it's just something just entertaining to watch how far they'll go. You know, literally, and just everything of that. I love that one shot, you know, where the spaceship, the iconic shot from Star Wars, is duplicated here, and the Empire ship is just way longer. I just love how it focuses on that, plays on it for a while. It's just like, you know, over exaggerates the length of it, and seeing how the Falcon in this is like a Winnebago with wings, just things like that too. You know, things they built, aesthetics. I just found very funny too. It just plays with the Star Wars elements. It makes it a very friendly spoof. I'm gonna have to give Spaceballs a B plus. Let me know, guys, if you've seen this movie. This is, I know, a very popular cultural film, a hit. So I guess almost everybody has seen it. But, you know, those that haven't seen it, you know, hopefully you guys check this out. But those that have seen it, what do you think of it? Is this one of your favorites? Is this somehow doesn't hold up for you? Let me know on this in the comments below. And as always, Rolling Empire, laugh, smile, repeat.